You're listening to an archived Cabral Concept podcast. After listening to this show, check out the most up-to-date podcasts available at stephencabral.com/podcasts or search directly on iTunes. And now, welcome to the Cabral Concept, where board-certified naturopath and integrative health practitioner Dr. Stephen Cabral shares how he was diagnosed at the age of 17 with a life-altering illness and given no hope for recovery. It was only after studying and traveling all over the world did he discover how to combine ancient Ayurvedic healing practices with state-of-the-art naturopathic and functional medicine to fully rebalance the body and re-energize it with life. It's time to discover how to get well, lose weight, and finally feel alive again. And now, here's your host, Dr. Stephen Cabral.
Today on our Training Thursday show, I'm looking forward to bringing you my top home gym picks for 2017. So there are a lot of people right now, they're getting pumped up, they're getting ready to start their new exercise program. And what I want to tell you is this: whether you're joining a gym, it could be the best and fanciest gym in the whole world, or whether you're thinking of taking up yoga, one of those things, 2 workouts per week. I just need 2 really good workouts per week will help you boost your metabolism and honestly transform your body. So what I want to do though is I want to make sure that no matter what, you're able to get it done at home when life gets in the way, right? Because we have these grandiose ideas, which I hope they do come to fruition, right? I hope that you're doing it. But even if you don't, I want to make sure that you have some inexpensive equipment that you can keep right at home, that you make sure that you can do maybe at least once on the weekend and once during the week. If you can do that, you're going to stay ahead of the curve. Remember, the curve is this: after the age of 25, men and women experience about 5 pounds of muscle loss per decade, all right? That's a huge issue, right? Absolute huge issue with sarcopenia and basically just brittleness, not only of the bones, but also of the muscles. Your muscles just get weak and they atrophy. We want to stave that off now because honestly, it's like a half a pound a year, right? It's not that big a deal, but it is when it accumulates as 10 pounds every 20 years. And then, once we go up, that's 20 pounds every 40 years, it makes a huge difference. And it's harder to get it back because you have less hormones as you get older. So what we want to do now, preserve those hormones, preserve the muscle, and make sure really that you're doing your job there. And again, it can be so easy as like 20 to 40 minutes, twice a week, you're good. Would I love more days than not, meaning like 4 days a week? Absolutely. I would love to see a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, pick a weekend day, or Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, pick another day in there. That would be tremendous, like an every other day workout. And remember, you can get my free ideal week just by downloading the welcome package actually on my website. So let's get into today, though. Let's get into what are those top picks that I would give you. So on my website, again, just under the stephencabral.com/store, I don't sell these things, but I just give you my recommendations for a lot of great products. I've already done the research for you. Super easy to do. But what I want to do is I kind of want to condense that. And I would say that if you could only choose a few, just to keep on hand, remember, in reserve, you're going to get that gym membership. You're going to be working with a personal trainer. You might be doing yoga. Whatever those things are, you need to be doing 2 resistance workouts per week. So this is a fallback. All right. So if you're choosing a cardio piece, what's that going to be before I get into my resistance pieces? People always ask me, and that's why I want to give you that pick right now. You could choose a treadmill. You could choose an elliptical. You could choose a free runner. You could choose the new machine that's basically moving in ellipse, which is not elliptical, but up and down in a circle, almost like a stair stepper, but in a much smoother movement. You could choose a stair stepper. You could choose a step mill, which is basically walking up multiple stairs. You could also choose a Versa climber. You could choose a rower. Out of all those cardio pieces, what I pick, which one's the best for your money and the best value for what you're going to get out of it? Hands down, for the greatest majority of people, I would choose an upright bike. Okay? Hands down. You can get one for a couple $100. It's going to hold up. There's very few mechanical moving parts. Not even a lot of them even need to be plugged in with power because they're kind of self-generating power. And they create the most biomechanical work that your body needs beyond something like sprinting outdoors, which, a lot of us can't do. In New England right now, you're not sprinting outside today. It's icy. There's salt all over the ground. It's probably more detrimental than you would get benefit from. So what can you do? Well, you could do band sprints inside, no doubt about it. But you could also use an upright bike. You can do Tabata sprints on them. You could do regular 20-40 sprints on them. You could do 30-60 second sprints on them. You could just go for a bike ride, boosting your cardiovascular capacity as well as bringing more oxygen to all of your muscles. It's hands down the best. Now, you can make an argument for like, oh, well, what about a rowing machine? True, but a rowing machine is a lot of repetitions on those elbows and shoulders if you're not doing it properly. So I'm thinking about someone going for a 20, 30, 40-minute bike ride. Now, a bike would still be totally fine. Would you need to stretch your hip flexors, your hamstrings, and roll your IT bands afterwards? Absolutely, but that's a pretty fair trade-off. Absolutely would be. And you can get a lot of the same benefits as like a spin class right at home with a couple $100 bike. Honestly, a good treadmill is going to cost you in the thousands because you need that shock absorption and that cushion, but not with a bike. You know, there's just so few things that can go wrong with an upright bike as well. That's why, hands down, it is my recommendation. If you want my different tiers, like best upright bike for home, next best, just go to today's show notes. Just go to StephenCabral.com/320. Okay, so just go to 320, or of course, always just go to StephenCabral.com/podcast, and you will get that. I don't own stock in any of these bikes. I'm just going to link up to make it easy for you, my top picks. Okay, besides that, besides the cardio aspect, and again, you can do sprinting on an upright bike. Again, good for the knees. Overall, very easy for the body to perform on. All right, so next up is if you could just have a couple pieces of equipment that could be tucked away in a closet. Remember, besides the upright bike, you don't even have to get that if you don't want. If you just want to tuck some equipment in a closet, which is exactly what I do, I'm giving you my own recommendations, is I want you to start with this. I want to make sure that you have the dual handle band. It's a rubber band, but it has handles on both sides. And in the middle of that rubber band, it could be attached in a doorway. So a lot of rubber bands right now, they don't have the nylon piece already connected. So what they do is they give you an attachment. You put that right in the middle of the band, and then you put that right in a doorway. You literally close it in that place where you get your fingers caught. You know, that I have kids now, so I'm always watching out. Keep your fingers out of the door. You know, that part right there. You put that in right at shoulder height if you're doing a chest press or a row, and that will allow you to do so many exercises. This is the only and the one piece of equipment I brought with me overseas for basically a year's worth of internships, and it worked tremendously. That's all I did. Body weight and this band, it worked out great. I still give people workouts to this day using just a band. Okay, so again, I'll link that up in the show notes. It's a must-have. Hands down, must-have. You can use it in a hotel room. Any of my online workouts, you can use it for all that good stuff, and I would highly recommend that. Okay, next up, what would you do? Well, next up, I would either get an adjustable set of dumbbells or I would get an adjustable set of kettlebells. And the reason is this. They take up almost no space. You get adjustable dumbbells to all the way up to like a $300 product, which is the Bowflex. Now, those are hands down the best adjustable dumbbells you can get right now. I used to use the Power Block. Those are fine. It's a little too large and a little too clunky. The adjustable dumbbells do go up to about 55, 60 pounds. That's plenty of weight, totally fine, and you can get a great workout out of that, okay? And now the adjustable kettlebells, they're about the same exact. It's just one kettlebell instead of the dual, instead of the pair, and get that for just over $100. It's a great way. I would say pick one or the other right now. Pick either the adjustable kettlebells or the adjustable dumbbells. If I had to choose, I would choose the adjustable dumbbells. And then my very last pick is just pick up one kettlebell. One kettlebell that you can use for swings, because swings, honestly, if you can just do swings, you get an amazing workout. Once you learn how to do swings properly, kettlebell swings, and again, you don't have to just find my YouTube videos on kettlebell swings. You can find anyone's who's using proper form. When you allow your body to stretch backwards and stretch those hamstrings, stretch your glutes, and then squeeze through, power through as you're swinging with your hips, it opens up your hip flexors and starts to engage your glutes. When you can do that properly, not really using your arms, it's an amazing exercise that you can use what? For sprints, yes. You can use that for core work. You can use it for your lower body work. Really great exercise. And so it's a must-have. Pick one kettlebell. If you're not used to doing swings, a 25-pounder or a 30-pounder will just be absolutely fine. If you're used to doing swings, well then obviously, as you know, sky's the limit, and you can go with like a 40-pounder, 50-pounder, 60-pounder, or maybe more. Now, honestly, it's pretty much just showing off. I know I shouldn't say that, but really, if you're doing more than a 60-pound kettlebell swing, you could also just do it with one arm, and you could do it with lighter weight. So what I would say is that you don't have to go heavier than that, because the benefit doesn't start to increase. After that, you're just doing it for more strength, right? Not necessarily for overall just good functionality of your body. So what I would say is that you have my picks right there. I'm going to keep this short and sweet. pick up that double-edged band right there, meaning like 2 handles on each side with the nylon strap in the middle. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you've never heard of like a travel band. It used to be called like the JC band. I'll give Juan Carlos some representation right there. And then, one that I didn't mention is I would love you to get one product called VersaLoops. They cost about $2.50. Like literally they're that cheap, but it is amazing. You're going to strap those right above the knees, and it really turns on your inner thighs, outer thighs, your abductors, adductors, as well as your glutes. Tremendous. If you've never done them, you have to check out my YouTube videos on that. I'll try to link those up as well, best as I can, but I will absolutely link up where to buy those VersaLoops. Really, it's so cheap. You can store them anywhere. They're just these little floppy little bands. They're about a foot long. You put them right over the knees, not on the joint itself, but right above them. And the ab and abduction, which is basically moving the knees in, moving the knees out, doing monster walks with them, doing all sorts of different moves. Tremendous. Just look up VersaLoop training. I'm telling you, it will revolutionize your legs and really make your butt or your glutes rock solid. Tremendous, tremendous. Just in these little bands, I've seen remarkable things also with helping people increase their squat strength. We'll talk about that another day. So, number 1 pick, we're going to recap upright bike versus all other cardio. Number 2 pick is the band that I travel with overseas. Very, very simple. Number 3 pick, adjustable dumbbells or an adjustable kettlebell, if possible. Really, really like those. And or get 1 kettlebell. Remember, those kettlebell swings, if you're just not having a bad day, you're like, I really don't even want to work out, just get out there, do 10 sets of kettlebell swings. That's your whole workout. You'll get your cardio in there, meaning like your interval-based cardio. You'll get a weight training resistance workout. So tremendously amazing. I literally keep a kettlebell, my girls will tell you, right beside my couch in my living room. And I bought the Cyclops one. It's pretty cool. I'll link that up too. We got a lot of links today. And then, of course, you have your own body weight, right? Your body weight costs nothing. Most of the exercises that I'm giving people a lot of times when they travel are all body weight based, and those are absolutely fantastic. Remember, no excuses ever. Get in those 2 to 3 resistance training workouts per day. Everything after that is just absolute bonus, and hopefully you enjoyed today's show. Feel free to pass it along to anyone you believe it could help. Take care, everyone.
Are you ready to heal yourself and then go on to heal others? If so, the Integrative Health Practitioner Institute can help you discover proven functional medicine protocols that blend the best of 7 different healing disciplines from around the world. I personally share with you the exact handouts and protocols I use in my private practice that enable people to get well, lose the weight, and live longer, stronger. I want to pass this information on to the next generation of health coaches, and that is exactly why I created IHP. We are the future of the health coaching industry, and the skills and knowledge you will learn will make you an in-demand certified health coach anywhere in the world. Although we have many medical professionals taking the IHP certifications, no experience is necessary, and half our members have no previous health certifications. At the Integrative Health Practitioner Institute, our motto is a health coach in every home. Our goal is that you take this knowledge and then share it with family, friends, loved ones, your community, or in a practice where you create a career you love and can be proud of. The global IHP community is filled with some of the most kind and caring people in the world, and we can't wait to welcome you into our world soon. For more information or to set up a discovery call with one of our IHP Health Coach graduates, simply head over to integrativehealthpractitioner.org.